currently streaming on HBO Max. And it's your boy Icon with a DC animated movie review. And this did not go the way that I thought it was gonna go. Oh my. So this starts. One of the things about this film that it threw me off was the time period that the movie was in, because I think it takes place in like the 1800s. You know, like they got like old school cars, and everybody's dressed a certain way. It has that old school vibe, almost like an old London film, which was kind of crazy. So I was just like, okay, so this isn't a modern piece, a modern take on Batman. It's actually a different take on Batman. So it takes place with Bruce Wayne. He's been traveling around the world on a cruise ship, along with a Hindi kid, an Asian girl who I believe her name was Leilani Kang or something, and then Dick Grayson, who is not Nightwing or Robin. So the four of them, you know, the three of them along with Bruce, they've been on this expedition, and they go to the Arctic, and I guess they were looking for Oswald Cobblepot, who basically like lost his mind and he went insane, talking about the great doom that's coming. And then there was another guy who had turned to ice. I don't know if that was a lot of Batman villains showed up in this, and the guy had like poked his eyes out, and he said that the great doom is coming. And when he was when Bruce was talking to this guy, Bruce got a mental whammy from the actual doom, from the creature known as Doom, and then it started messing with Bruce's psyche. So then Bruce, like, Cobblepot ran away, and then Bruce basically like just lied and told everybody Cobblepot was dead. He ended up using explosives to seal the cavern where this guy with no eyes was talking about the great doom coming, because I guess the doom, there was a portal or something the doom was supposed to come out of. So Bruce basically blew the whole cavern up. He blew everything up. He lied and said Cobblepot was dead, and then he thought he had buried the secret one, you know, like once and for all. And then he went back to Gotham City. Apparently, he hasn't been in Gotham City in like 20 years. So like, he's been on this expedition for like, you know, for years. He's been with these people on this boat for years, but now he's back home. He knows that the great doom is like following him to Gotham City, and it's like it's embedding itself into Gotham City. So now in order to stop it, Bruce Wayne seeks answers, and then he puts on the cowl and goes out at night dressed up as the Batman to try to seek answers from the criminal scum. And the weird thing is, everybody knew he was Batman like in the costume. Oliver Queen was in this movie. He went, like, you know, Harvey Dent was in this movie. He went to go talk to Oliver Queen. Oliver Queen was basically like a rich dickhead, you know, like he was just drinking and having sex with random women and everything, but he's also a part of this Doom thing, like he was aware of it. Harvey Dent's doing the mayor thing, and then I don't know what beef Doom had with Harvey Dent, because the thing is, the Doom creature was basically like sending people out to kill certain people. Like he sent somebody after Harvey. He created Poison Ivy. The Doom creature created Poison Ivy and sent Poison Ivy after Harvey Dent and turned Harvey Dent into Two-Face. Because when one side of his body started turning into, you know, like the horrible side of Harvey Dent's Two-Face, he told everybody that he had Poison Ivy. So I thought that was funny. They bumped into the demon Etrigan, you know, like gone the form of man. And then the guy told Bruce, he said that Bruce Wayne will eventually have to stop. He said Bruce Wayne will eventually have to die and through death become the man that he's supposed to be. There was a moment where the Doom had sent his evil minions after Dick Grayson and after the Hindi kid, and then they died. So once you killed Dick Grayson, you know, I was already upset. But Batman stuck around with the Lonnie girl. Oliver and Bruce had a conversation because they're both aware of what's going on. Professor Langstrom was in this, and he died too. And then Oliver was basically telling Bruce, he was like, you know, the sins of the father, like it's our job, the sins of the father, Doom is coming. So Oliver put on, instead of putting on his traditional like green outfit, he put on like some traditional armor. And when he still had his arrows, but when he had the armor, he tried to fight Doom on his own. He fought Doom, and then Doom ended up killing him. When Doom killed him, Batman and Kaylani showed up. And then when Batman and Kaylani showed up, first thing that came out of Oliver's mouth, he was like, hey, Bruce, what's good? And I'm like, how do you know he's Batman? So, you know, but he said that he tried to kill him. He couldn't kill him. And then, you know, Kaylani was just like, oh, all of us dead. You know, like everyone's dead. She was like, you can't take on this, you know, this Doom yourself, Bruce. You know, Bruce, you can't do it. Like, she knows he's Batman too. She was like, you can't do it. But he said that he has to do it. But in order for him to take down Doom, he needs to find answers. He needs to talk to the spirit to give him the answers that he so graciously seeks. And then this is where it continued to get weird, because the person who had the answers was Barbara Gordon, because Barbara Gordon is she's not Batgirl, she's Oracle. And not only is Barbara Gordon Oracle, she's in the wheelchair, she's blind, she's locked up in Arkham, and she has like magic powers where she could see spirits and she could talk to spirits and talk. The funny thing about the Kalani girl, she looked exactly like Zatanna. I thought she was like a young Zatanna. Bruce goes to talk to blind Barbara Gordon, and he's like, I need you to open a portal to the spirit realm. She opens this portal to the spirit realm, and then when Bruce goes into the portal, he has a conversation with his dad, and this is when we finally get answers to what the hell is going on in this film. Bruce's dad said he was born in like 1885, and then he said that Thomas Wayne, Oliver Queen's father, Oswald Cobblepot, not his kid, but the actual Oswald Cobblepot, and Langstrom. The four of them back in the day found this magic book. They did rituals out of this magic book, and they created heinous acts on behalf of this book. Not knowing them, when they were doing these rituals and conjuring these magic spells, they secretly unleashed the doom entity onto the world. But through their, I guess through their magic, like through their deception through magic, they built Gotham City. Gotham City was founded and built by the Langstroms, the Cobblepots, the Queens, and the Waynes. I guess because they built their riches of Gotham on the soul of this Doom entity, the Doom entity is trying to get its revenge, and it's coming after all four of them. And Oswald Cobblepot went insane, and basically, like, he hides in the Arctic now. Langstrom killed Thomas Wayne, and I guess eventually, he died too. And then Oliver died, and no, Oliver killed Thomas Wayne. Somebody killed Thomas Wayne. Oliver's father died, and then now like the burden is passed on to Oliver, and now Oliver's dead too. So somebody got to stop this doom, and then now everybody's saying it's Batman, because even his daddy was like, it's up to you, Bruce. You must become the thing you hate the most, or something like that. And then he said only you can stop the bats, or you can stop the doom. Only you can stop doom. So he goes down to where Doom is, where Doom's cavern is. He sees Harvey, who's attached to the wall of the entrance of where Doom is. He goes in there, he fights who I thought was Talia al Ghul, and then he eventually fought Ra's al Ghul because they were in there too. And then Bruce comes face to face with the Doom entity. He fights the Doom entity, and during the fight, like they said, Bruce Wayne has to die and become who he's supposed to be. So Bruce basically let go, and he allowed the spirits to transform him from Bruce Wayne into an actual bat. So he's like literally Batman. And then the demon even said at one point, he was like, who are you? And he was like, I'm literally Batman. So he's fighting the demon. He uses Oliver's arrows to kill like Dick Grayson, Oliver Queen, and the Hindi kids. I was like, that's jacked up. But then he eventually he used this magic potion that stopped the Doom thing from killing him. So Batman was able to weaken this Doom character. He was able to hold him off and keep him at bay. And then after he weakened the Doom character, gone the form of man, here comes the demon Etrigan. And then Etrigan shows up, and then he's like, thanks for the assistance. He said, now that you've weakened him, I'll take it from here, and I'll send this creature back to hell from which it came. And then that's exactly what he did. So Batman ended up stopping the Doom creature. He stopped the Doom creature, and Gotham had to burn real quick, and because you had to destroy and rebuild. And then after they destroyed it, so the sins of the Cobblepots, the Langstroms, the Waynes, and the Queens, the curse has been lifted from Gotham City. But unfortunately, all these people died, and Bruce is pronounced dead. He left all his money to Kalani, and through the Wayne Foundation, she's gonna rebuild Gotham. And then she said, but I have a funny feeling that whenever Gotham City needs its protector, she was like, not even death will keep Bruce Wayne back. And then you see Bruce Wayne in a bell tower somewhere. He's still a bat, but he's in the bell tower, hanging upside down, and then his eyes open. And that's how the movie ended. And thank you for tuning in. So this was weird. It was definitely it was an interesting take on Batman. It was a new take on Batman. If you like goth stuff, like if you like like all the goth, the darkness, the death and destruction, the fire and brimstone, this is the movie for you. This should have came out on Halloween. Like, if I'm being honest, like, this should have came out on Halloween. And like I said, it's a period piece because it takes place back in a certain time period. It is an interesting take on Batman. Like, it's an interesting take. First of all, everybody knew he was Batman, which I thought was funny. For him to actually become a bat, and now that he's an actual bat, he's saving his city and protecting his city through, through that. So that was, as I said, that was interesting. It wasn't bad. I actually did enjoy it, but I didn't think we were going, where it went, I didn't think we were going there, and it kind of spooked me out for a little bit. But it was cool. Like I said, if you're looking for something different, like I said, a different spin, a different take on Batman, if you're looking for something different, check it out, and share it with your friends, and just don't watch it on Halloween. So share your questions, comments, and concerns down below. If you watch Batman Doom, what did you think about it? Do you have any questions about the certain characters or whatever? Is this a one-time thing? Are we getting a sequel? Share your questions and we'll continue to talk about it. Check out my Warrior reviews that are on my channel. I also got reviews for the new TV series, A Day in the Life of Superman or whatever it's called, the new anime. I'm doing that too. And we're still doing Marvel's Secret Invasion as we wait for the next DC animated movie, which I think is DC Warworld. Hey, Red Eyes fam, before we get out of here today, I want to turn it over real quick to my fellow podcast member, Gotham Geek Girl. Check her out as always on YouTube and all over social media at Gotham Geek Girl. She has a special announcement for you guys. Check it out. 3G, take it away.
Gotham Geek Girl here, and launching July 10th on Kickstarter comes the epic action-packed mystery comic Terminus Veil. Terminus Veil comes from writer-creator Jack Harris and Clash Publishing and follows Guardians International, a private security firm that are thrust into an epic conspiracy involving dangerous robberies, futuristic weaponry, and gut-wrenching betrayal. The series follows a highly trained security firm, Guardians International, as they fight to survive a violent robbery gone wrong, and they're tasked with discovering who is responsible as theft of cutting-edge technology has skyrocketed. Terminus Veil is a high-octane, adrenaline-filled thrill ride filled with compelling characters and an intriguing story that keeps you wanting more. Issue 1 starts off right in the action with the team caught in the crosshairs of a major robbery. Think Jason Statham in Wrath of Man, unleashing precision skills during a heist. We get loads of high-tech weaponry, ass-kicking, and explosive action. We get to know the characters a bit more during the second and third issues and even see some training transpiring. I really enjoyed getting to know the individual personalities and the talents of the team members. The character design is very impressive, and they're very different and diverse characters, not just in terms of ethnicity, but different personalities and skill sets. By issue 3, I'm completely invested in the characters. We see varying skill sets, such as skilled in hand-to-hand combat, master snipers, computer geniuses, even surveillance and intelligence specialists, even a martial artist and a swordsman. There's funny hookups, there's some conspiracies, there's a lot of backstabbing, and a look at really cool futuristic weaponry. Alongside the action-driven storyline, there's amazing high-quality sequential artwork containing intense action scenes and vivid, beautiful use of colors. Find out which of the Guardians will rise to become heroes and who will backstab their peers for material gains in the action mystery comic Terminus Veil. Make sure to check out the Kickstarter for the trade paperback, which will include issues 1 through 4 launching today.
So until next time, guys, take care, mind your back, look out for the sins of the father and the burdens of the son. And until then, we're out this.